been a victim of sexual abuse. Every day you see so much of misery, so much of inhuman behavior. How is it that you've not lost your faith, and where is it that you derive your strength from?
Being a victim of gang rape definitely forced me to look at the world and its iniquities in a bigger way, because that particular incident in my life forced me to look at how a victim of sexual violence could be treated by the world, both at the personal domain and at a public domain. That of course churned me to action, and my mission that I am living for comes from that experience. But as I started my journey, when I started actually getting involved with other victims, the extraordinary resilience shown by them, extraordinary power to conquer the pain, to me, that 4-year-old child that I rescue, who's been raped by 50 and 100 men, who has the capacity to forgive those 100 men and then embrace life and say, I want to live. I think that's the most divine power. In many ways, you can't get defeated by that. People ask me, where do I get my energy? To me, the smile of this child is the biggest energy. It's divine, it's miraculous, and it is so strengthening, because the generosity of the spirit of this person makes you believe that if she can forgive and if she can come out of it, I definitely can do far. I am one of the most blessed human beings, because I am seeing these miracles every minute of my life, unlike so many others in the world who are able to only hear it from, say, somebody like me who's sharing this experience. I see it, I experience it. Of course, that energy combined with my my spirituality, my own spiritual basis, combines together to make, meaning I really don't know. I haven't taken a break for the last 21 years, and so far so good, touch wood. I've not had a reason to take a break at all, meaning I've not even taken a Sunday in the last 21 years. So I believe that's so huge an energy that it keeps you going. You can't get tired.
There is a general trend to look at NGOs with suspicion in terms of your foreign funding, source of funds, etc., etc. So what is your take on such general allegations?
I think valid, extremely valid, because every sector has their bad apples. There are bad policemen, there are good policemen, there are bad IS officers, there are good officers. There are bad politicians, there are good politicians. There are corrupt people everywhere, including NGOs. There are bad NGOs and there are good NGOs. But I think, when it comes to NGOs, it becomes a little more, the sense of betrayal is a lot more, because you're claiming to do public service, and when you're doing public service, and then you turn out to be a fraud, it is a matter of great shame and betrayal. So I absolutely have no qualms about being looked at with paranoia. At the same time, I would say that people should not form judgments, because they also come from some sector, and there are bad people there too. So it's so easy to generalize and say, okay, all NGOs are bad. But then do we say that all singers are bad or all actors are bad? You don't say that. So why generalize one group?
Rajesh, your husband, so where did the two of you meet and how did you decide to get together?
Rajesh is a providence in my life. One would say, destiny is what decides what happens in your life, and I would say Rajesh is my destiny for today at least. You know, I am not sure how long we will last, but so far so good. He's a soulmate. We met through common friends, very many coincidences, extraordinary drama, including 2 major fatal accidents in Rajesh's life, and I being part of the rescue process and things like that. So I think permutations and combinations, more that, you know, I think in more ways than one, I think he felt compelled to get married to me. So rather than he was like churned or evolved to get married to me, but we share a beautiful and I would say very divine relationship, because what he has given to my cause is huge. Today, because of him, my children, my women, my girls have a safe place to stay. Dedicated 2 years of his life and stood as just a civil contractor and ensured that my construction of my shelters was completed. Apart from that, you know, he's given me that absolute unconditional space. You know, and I keep saying this, you know. I was just asking him one day, how would you feel if I get killed during a rescue? And one of the things he said is that it will be the greatest honor if you get killed during a rescue time, because what better way to die than to die for your children? That kind of unconditional support, I think, is itself is a very divine providence, and that's what Rajesh is doing for me, as a friend, as a soulmate, as a husband, and now as business partners in making our film.
You are an extraordinary woman, but are there times when you miss being an ordinary woman? For instance, a woman who fusses over her own children, who spends an extraordinary amount of time wondering about what to wear and how she looks.
I think I'm a very ordinary woman. I mean,
No,
calling me
you are
extraordinary itself is scary. I'm a very, very ordinary woman, but I'm a very clever woman. I don't show it. I freak out on a Mills and Boons. My bag, any given point of time, you can check it anywhere. My laptop bag will have at least 1 or 2 MNBs. And I think every woman in this world, meaning I'm sure most women have outgrown it, I've still not, you know, I'm still stuck to my MNBs. I'm a first day, first show person. I watch movies, I'm a 100% movie buff. I may not be indulging in so many other vanity things because I don't get the time for it. I work, say, 18 to 20 hours a day, so thing. But definitely, if I get a chance to do my eyebrows, I'm like thrilled. You know, I love getting my eyebrows done and that eyebrows done. And then, of course, a month back, I used to have very long hair, which touched my feet. So washing that hair was big drama in my life. Yes, very ordinary, and I love cooking. And if you ask my husband, he will say, I know better than any petty wife. You know, I'm as petty as it can. You know, as you can get to be a wife. I'm like, why didn't you send me that SMS, or why didn't you call me? And that can become the biggest fight of the day, you know. And like any other ordinary woman, maybe even ordinary women may not be so excellent in that. Maybe I am extraordinary in that, that I can stretch the fight for days together. And the fight may start as, you know, either you didn't look at me or you didn't take me, you know, you didn't send me an SMS or something like that. So I'm a very ordinary person, you know.
It's been an absolute honor having you with us.
And
you are an extraordinary woman. The world needs more extraordinary women and men like you.
Thank you. Thank you.